Well, hello, hello.
Hey, excuse me 1 second, Queen.
Okay, okay. Let me. Let
Just
me see
1 second.
this. Hmm.
Okay, YouTube world, welcome to my channel. So this is Natural of Natural's Tribe, and if they're not here yet, Queen, we're going to start, and I guess people will have to watch it later because we're going to start on time. Because first of all, I'm excited to see you again. For those,
Yes.
yes, for those that will watch this later. I am Natural of Natural's Tribe. Our channel is about anyone who has ever had a thought or an inkling about leaving United States of America, moving to another country, embracing it, making it your own, and everything that comes with it. Of course, we're always into the everything that comes with it. Sister Sierra is our special guest today. We welcome you, sister. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, then we'll tell them, one of us will tell them how we met and why we're here today. Yes, sister,
Thank
please
you.
introduce
Well, thank you for having me, Naturals. For
yourself.
those of you out there, whether you're watching it now or you will later, I'm Sierra, and I am a fellow YouTuber, YouTube content creator. I'm just getting into the meats and potatoes of it, but my channel is dedicated towards everything that's going on in my life. So, mental health, I touch on nursing school, which I'm currently in, I touch on. I touch on entrepreneurship as well because I intend on venturing into that. So, it's my life and everything in between. And I'm just so happy to be here on your channel.
Beautiful. Now, is this your YouTube channel you have up here, Sierra's World?
Yes, yes, yes.
Just
I
like that.
put it in there.
Okay.
Mhm.
So anyone, please go over and check out Sierra's World. I'm telling you to check her out because we kind of found each other through the YouTube world. Miss Sierra, Sister Sierra, Empress Sierra, flew over to Grenada where I reside,
Mhm.
and I didn't have a lot of time, or we didn't have a lot of time because I was packing up to come to America and spend the summer, which I do to enhance my business and well, not enhance it. Well, yeah, we can use the word enhance. And I get to spend time with family and friends. So I kind of get to kill two birds with one stone. So I didn't really have a lot of time. But what I did do is I invited Empress out to dance with me. I said, come out and dance with me. At least we'll get some time. And I love people like yourself because Johnny, you made your way. And I believe you walked. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, she made her way, people. Listen, she made her way to the dance party on island, and I was flying out in the next couple days. But I love to dance. Dance for me on island is my exercise. It's my spiritual. It's part of my spiritual journey, and I just get to move. Move my body. So it was a pleasure having her out. We danced around. I looked over there. Sister was dancing around. And she had so many questions. Now, of course, we're in the party and I couldn't hear the questions. So I said, Sister Sierra, let's do a conversation. Let's have a conversation on my YouTube channel. So this is an opportunity for you to ask me all those questions that I could not hear in the party that I wanted to, because I honor when my YouTube subscribers come alive. I honor that. So being able to dance with you, you don't know what that meant to me. So this is your time because I believe you're going to be moving to an island. And that's just me. The spirit told me to tell you. Um, how did
Yeah.
you how did you get to Grenada? And ask me any questions. And if you had any kind of thought, have had any kind of thought or inkling of moving, share that with us. But I'm open. I want to hear all the questions that I couldn't answer in the loud party.
Yes, it was loud and I loved it. I loved it. I guess just like a little backstory, I think I told you, but I could be wrong. right before I flew up to Grenada, to the beautiful island of Grenada, I was on YouTube, and your page
Mhm.
had popped up on my feed because I was looking up. I've been looking up Grenadian videos, people, locals, and stuff. But your channel, I forget which video it was, but it was
Okay.
something that caught my eye, and I clicked on it, and I said, I really like her. I like her energy. She
Okay.
moved there. I love your topics. I
Thank
love the different topics that you talk about. I know you love soursop. I never had soursop, but I know soursop. I
you.
need
Yeah.
to try soursop.
Please do.
I have to. So, needless to say, that's when I reached out to you through YouTube, YouTube Worlds, and was hopeful. I was happy that you wrote me back and said, "Hey, we could go out when you're here." So that's exactly what happened. So I'm so happy. First of all, thank you for
Yeah.
having me on here again. And I
Thank
enjoyed our time out. I
you.
really, really did. Everything was so new because again,
Yeah.
I've never been to Grenada before. I've just been
Yeah.
researching it.
Yes.
So to be there was amazing.
Yes.
So I do have some questions.
Okay. I'm all ears. This is your time. I want to answer your questions about this journey of mine.
Yes, because I want to start out by saying I love your energy. You're very positive. You know what I'm saying? You take life on head on. You take life head on. I did look at one of your videos when you were in South Africa as well. So I'm like, okay, so you get around from different country to country, so it's not new to you. So I guess my first question would be, how did you end up in Grenada? How did you end up in Grenada?
I'm gonna tell you, sister, that's a good question. First of all, thank you for all the compliments. I was just having a conversation with my eldest sister as I was rushing up the road to do the live, and we talked about my free spirit. She's the eldest, and I'm the youngest of the 9. And she always says, "Baby sister." She's not getting on nobody's airplane. She said, "Thank you for vicariously allowing me to live my life through you." She said, "Because I'm not getting on nobody's plane." She said, "But when you were in South Africa and when you're in Grenada and all that beautiful water," she said, "I'm right there with you. You really take me there." And so I'm honored to do that. So Grenada was after South Africa. And this is my take on it. After living in South Africa, I tried to come back and live in the United States. I tried with everything in me. I came back, and it was very difficult spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It's almost like you get a taste of something you've been yearning all your life, and then you can't go back to nothing. You just can't go back. So I tried. And my friends and people in my life, they start watching me and they said, "Natural, you don't look comfortable." They said, "Are you sure you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I am." They said, "Natural, who are you trying to convince, us or you?" And somebody said, "Why don't you find yourself a little island?" Somebody said that. I can't remember who. And something clicked. And I said, maybe that could be my solution because I surely wasn't comfortable in America after 2 years in South Africa. So I began to do my research. One thing I've learned to do is do the research. Wherever when I'm going to a country, I've always done the research, my homework. And Grenada came up the safest island of all the islands. And me being a single woman traveling alone, safety was at the top of my list. Now I want to be safe. So I said, So I went on, and that was enough for me to go into Grenada and begin to look for the things that I needed in my life. I need clear blue and green water all the way. I need to be able to stand up and look to the bottom and see my feet. I need that. I needed the waters to be healing. The salt water is healing. I needed that. Safety at the top of the list. Of course, I needed that. And then one other thing was happening. I was a school teacher in South Africa in a village with no electricity and no running water. So Grenada was having their first time ever round the table discussion about children with special needs. Now, I was a special needs educator in South Africa. So, of course, that was passion for me. I've always been some kind of special needs, special education. It just seems to be my forte. Even when I taught in Antigua and Barbuda, special need. They said, would you do special education? I don't know what it is. They just look at me. I don't know. And it's passion for me. So with that first time ever around the table discussion, I thought, first time, what are they, behind in time or something? Shouldn't they have been had discussions about children with special needs? I wanted to see what that looked like. Because outside the box, I want to see what that looked like. So I went to Grenada thinking I'd be a school teacher, just like I was just in South Africa. So I came and I went up to the Ministry of Education and I applied and I got the interview. But that's how I got there. Those three, the water, the safest island of all the islands, because I love Jamaica, but the crime was too high. I had went to Trinidad and Tobago. Crime was getting just as bad. I went to St. Lucia, and the day I left St. Lucia, they had a bad hurricane storm, and it tore up. Everybody I met lost their businesses and everything. I mean, if I was there one more day, I'd have been caught up in it. So I thought, wow, I don't want to live somewhere. Grenada is one of the only, if not the only, I forget the research, islands outside the hurricane belt. So they get the strong wind and rains. Yes, they got Hurricane Ivan about 20 years ago. Some people are still recovering, but we don't get what everybody else get. Even Florida can get worse than what we get. So I said, okay, being single, I don't want to be caught up in a bad. I don't mind a little strong wind and rains, but I needed safety. All those things I just named. So Grenada won, so to speak. Grenada won. Those were the things I needed at that point. And that's how I got here. I packed up and I did it.
Wow. That's amazing.
Did I answer your question?
No, you did. And you gave me some backstory too, because I didn't know that you were originally going up to Grenada to teach special ed.
Because I thought that's what it was supposed to. I just came from South Africa 2 years teaching special needs, and I had such an amazing experience. My first time in any part of Africa, and a special needs educator in a nice, quaint village with a whole lot of elders and a whole lot. Listen, I thought that was what I was supposed to do. But when I got here, I did not get the job. And I remember understanding the gentleman that interviewed me, I seen him in the supermarket before I left the island last week. And he said, "You still here?" I said, "Yes." But what it did for me was forced me into entrepreneurship. The other thing that I've been wanting, I'm talking full pledge. My business is 13 years, but on island here, full pledge, I was always a substance abuse counselor, a mental health therapist, a school teacher, and then the business will linger on the side. I am 100%. So Grenada forced me into it because see that fear that we did get to talk about a little bit, it will run your life. So it had me fearful. I said, can I really? It's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Full pledge, 100% entrepreneur. I'm telling you, I've been waiting on it my entire life.
Wow.
See how we got to trust. See how we got to trust the process. Let me drink some water. Excuse me. So that's the importance of trusting the process. I'm learning to do that with everything in my life. That's how I got here.
That is amazing. And you've just been in Grenada ever since.
Yep, for 8 years, I have not looked back. Of course, I'm in America now. So I've been coming every year. And I come really for the business and for family and friends. Because my mother used to say, you can't mix business with pleasure ever. And if I could wake her up from her grave right now and say, "Mom, you're wrong. You're wrong." She was always right about everything. "You're wrong, mother." Guess what, mother? You can mix. I'm so passionate about my business, and it's just a pleasurable thing. See, when you're passionate about what you do, it's no longer work. You can have fun. You can laugh through it. You can meet all kinds of people through it. It's an amazing experience. I don't take it lightly. Yeah.
Absolutely. And and you obviously have your booth in Grenada.
Yes, because you didn't get to visit. You didn't get to visit the booth.
No.
Yes.
No, not in Grenada.
Oh, wow. Well, the beautiful thing about that is that we serve America and the Caribbean. That I love too. I never thought seeing my business that broad. So it's the reason why I feel compelled to come once a year, because they feel some kind of way over here in America. They'll say, well, you over there giving them everything. And even though I ship out daily, the post office is my best friend. I ship out daily. And the business was birthed in America. I feel compelled to come here. It gives me an opportunity to mingle, of course, make some US dollars and see my family and friends. And that's just all around. I'm staying at my nephew's house right now. I'm excited about that. He's excited about that, so I get to hang out with my nieces and nephews and let them love on me and I love on them. And then I go back and they don't see me for another 9 months or so.
But you know what? That's good too, that you get to, there's a balance. So, because you have your family there, so you get to spend time with them, catch up with your business, say hello, love on your family some more, and then head back into the peaceful islands, away from the pressure cooker.
And I'm telling you, I do miss certain things. Like my body was a little sore. I really just now got myself together because I'm accustomed to soaking my body in the ocean. That's healing. That's good for everything. It's good for my sciatic nerve. It's good for my total knee replacement. It's just good for all the things. And then I get to come here because the island, we don't have great medical. I'm not going to sit there and act like we do. But when I come here, I already have my medical appointment set up. My first appointment is this Friday. It's my vision. So I get my eye doctor, and then I got my PCP doctor, and then I'm just going through all of them. Get all my lab work and my blood work done and take care of myself at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I used to dream about, but I didn't think it was possible. I used to dream about balancing my life out where I really wanted 6 months here and 6 months there. That was the dream. But now I love 3-4 months here and then 8 or 9 months there. I love it. It works out perfect.
Now, in your experience, because I have my own, and my own experience has been very nice. It really has been pleasant. In your experience, you living there for 8 years in Grenada, how would you rate the people, the community, the locals?
The locals, if I had to rate them, they've been wonderful to me. But I'm the type of person that can fit in most places. Some people have some really jacked up personalities and don't do well with people. So if I had to rate the locals, from 1 to 10, I would say an 8.
Oh, that's really high. That's good.
Yeah, I would say an 8 because you always gonna have a little something. But for the most part, I can truly, honestly say I have a few people there that love me. And that's all you need is a few people. You don't need a whole heap of people in your life. I got a few people in my life that I know love me and I love them. And I don't take that lightly because I'm in another country and I don't really know nobody. I'm actually here to file for my divorce. I did it. Sister. I did it.
Congratulations.
I did it. And thank you. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I married a local and it was a mistake. We didn't make each other happy. Something went terribly wrong. I don't want to talk about him, but I did it. And I said, well, how long is this thing going to take? They said about 3-4 months. And I said, May, June, July, August. That's just, honey, my ancestors going to step in and I'm going to have that paperwork before I leave here.
Well, you know what? That is really good. That's good. None of us deserve to be in a situation that no longer benefits us, suits us, that's not bringing us any healing. So I'm happy for that. That is a celebration. It's a new chapter. Definitely a new chapter. You're no longer going to have that, burden on your shoulder.
Yes,
That's
because
good.
I just want to be done. I just want to be done. There's no need. We didn't do anything with the 6 years of marriage. 2018, we did nothing with the 8 years. If we did nothing with the 8 years, let's not hold each other hostage. See, I'm into healing. Let's not hold each other hostage. Let's move on. Let's free you up. Free me up. I keep getting a dry throat. Let's free each other up.
Yeah.
There's no need to hold each other hostage. We're not doing that. This 2024. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. My other question too, and thank you, because I'm learning things too, as we go. What advice would you give? Because honestly, I am, myself, I spoke to my husband about it as well. Like I said, babe, I do want to relocate to Grenada. I mean, I've been, I feel like I've been borderline obsessed, to be honest. Like
I hear you.
I've done so much research, and to your point, what you said earlier, you were like, "Oh, you did your research. You found out it's one of the safest islands. You like to see how it is." That's exactly was my case. I did research, and of course, I'm not going to give up my citizenship here in America.
You don't have to. I'm a dual citizen.
Yes,
I'm a dual citizen. You don't have to. You don't have to, sis. Yes.
Yeah. But I definitely want to spend some months there, more months there than I do here. And that was my mindset. And it still is. So what advice would you give to someone like me or many other people out there that's watching, like if they're thinking about moving to Grenada or any like of the Caribbean that makes them happy? Like,
once you find a place that makes you happy. First of all, let me ask you a question. Do you have a husband that would actually move to another country? You know your husband.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Here's the thing. Okay. Because we're still ironing. I don't want to force it on him, of course, but he's working out his job, the job situation. I would like to go into entrepreneurship. Granted, I'm in nursing school right now. That's going to take me to 2026.
Okay.
The nursing program is rigorous. It's vigorous. It's just, so once I'm done with that, honestly, I have the freedom to go wherever I really want, to be honest. Him, not so much, because he's gonna, be right now, he's contracting right now. He's like a contractor here. Okay. But he has a mindset of entrepreneurship. I'm trying to get him there because when you have entrepreneurship, you can travel to different places. You know what I'm saying? Not be indebted to just one place that's based here in the US, because that could hold you on. But to answer your question, he said that he can be there for a few months, like 2 or 3 months, but he can't be there for the amount of time I would like to be there, which would be like 8 months out of the year. Yeah, 8 months out of the year. So that's fine. That's fine. I know how to be on my own. Absence make the heart grow fonder. We'll still be in communication. I'll take the 3 months, of him being there. And then he fly back and I hold down the fork up there, and really enjoy. Because for me, it's all about my mental health. I need to be sane. I need to stay sane. And for me, staying in the States here for too long, it can start to, play with you, just all the stressors that's here, the bills that keep piling up, the people that you come across. So it's good for me to have that balance. That's what it's really all about, for me to have that balance.
I like that. I like that, sister. Somebody asked me today, they said, Natural, I see you back. Are you back for good? And I said, oh, sister, please don't wish that on me. I said what you just said. I said that would hurt me mentally, spiritually, financially, anyway, because I take pride. I love the fact that I can take $5,000 back with me when I get there. It's $13,000. I've been doing that for 18 years now. In other countries, everywhere I go, the money doubles. I'm not sure if I can live in America again. I wouldn't know how to function.
You feel rich over there, don't you? It's like you're rich.
Of course. Absolutely. So the answer to your question, what advice? I would advise to do just what you did. Get with your husband. Do you have children?
No.
Oh, that would be, money. I will talk with them and make sure my king man is could possibly, and you say, yeah, he could possibly, but this is the deal. So you got over that hurdle, and I would bring my husband. I would maybe travel together, and y'all do like maybe a week or two or a month, whatever you can do, and just feel the energy. Because see, you got to feel some of the energy. You got to feel energy when you go into places. And just relax and go out and eat and do a lot of local stuff. Meet the locals, acclimate yourselves into their world because they're very friendly. They will invite you to their homes. They will invite you to their cookouts. They don't have to know your surname. They're totally different than Americans. Everywhere you go, somebody's going to be saying good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Are you okay? Can I help you? Do you need to get somewhere? Nobody's looking to hurt you. Now, I know we're not perfect. We might have one murder a year. Well, we might have two now. When I first came, it was one, but where I'm from in America, we have one every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody's looking to hurt you. Be careful who you invite into your space, just like you would anywhere. And be safe, like you would practice safety anywhere you go. Even if you walk around in your own town and it's nighttime, you're still gonna be watching over your shoulder and being careful. I would say visit the place. I didn't visit. I did not. I did not. I came, I studied. I mean, I went so deep into Grenada. One thing about this computer right here that we on, this thing would take you inside the villages. When I got there already, I knew how to catch the #1 bus. I knew how to get to the Ministry of Education for that interview. I had done all this stuff because I wasn't playing. I knew who the Minister of Education was. I knew their names. I knew who to address stuff to. I was calling names like I knew stuff. That's how I got the interview. I was throwing names around. I went in that computer. You hear me? I knew how to get down to the market where I'm booth number 43 at now. I knew how to get there. And so I booked me a mom and pop guest house, just a little guest house for 4 days. I had got in touch with a real estate agent who's my friend today. And I told him to find me 2 really cute apartments. I really have to take one of them. You're going to have to come pick me up because I don't know the country. I ain't got no car and I ain't renting none. Please come pick me up, sir. See, you can talk to island people like that because it's everything is intimate. Here, you got to be all professional. It's more like a little homey, more like it's because of Caribbean islands that I use credit unions opposed to banks. Credit unions are more like family. They're intimate. You can sit down and drink a cup of coffee or your bottle of water with them. You go on the bank, you got to be having your little pin skirt on and all that stuff. Come on, just please, see, I like simplicity. And I love intimacy. So that's why you have to come so you can feel those things. The simplicity, islands are simple. The average island is simple. I'm talking pick your mangoes off the tree opposed to going somewhere and spending a lot of money. Utilize whatever bushes you have in your yard. You're going to have some bushes in your yard. You definitely might have a breadfruit tree, a mango tree. There's not many yards that don't have these things. You're going to have a lemongrass tree. There's your tea right there. And it's all healing. You can plant your own food if you choose. I would say come and feel the island. I don't care how much time it is. I didn't because I just got this free spirit that once the Creator introduced me to my own self in this free spirit, I ran with it. I loved it. And I learned how to trust it. I learned how to trust it, especially when you're talking elders and youth. They will take care of you every time. Elders and youth. When you go to intimate countries like Africa and Caribbean, they want to know who you are and who you belong to. So, and you always want to get under an elder, get under some elders. I would say visit the place, bring your king man with you, get under some elders, do some real local stuff. Now, if you come here doing a whole bunch of tourist stuff, you're not going to get it. You live like a tourist, they're going to treat you like one. I love the way you walked. When you walked from the place where you were staying to the party, I was telling the taxi driver, she didn't walk. I said, wait a minute. I like you, sister. See, you like me. I never did. I never wanted to be a tourist. I always wanted to be a local. Ride the bus when you come. It's fine if you rent a car, but park that car one time and get on the bus where you packed with the locals and get to feel and know who they are. I would suggest those things, and that can be from 4 days to 2 weeks to 1 month, whatever time you have, and then see what y'all think. Kind of decide if you came, what would you do? Like you said, your husband would do what he do. Come a few days, you said you would really be interested in being a nurse. A nurse can be an entrepreneur, or she can be someone. It's just like I have 2 master's degrees and a bachelor's. I can pretty much do what I want to do. I can work for somebody. I can create my own. Same with you. Everybody in the education field, in the medical field, you are a necessity to the world. The world needs you. How about that? That whether you make it up yourself or whatever you do. So I would suggest you come. I didn't, but I would suggest other people come. I knew I was staying come hell or high water. I was just going to roll whatever it was. I knew that I couldn't live here. And I wasn't quite ready to go back to Africa. So I said, he showed me the first apartment. I said, oh, no, I don't want to live here. It wasn't too nice. But the second one, I said, here's the money. Here's the money.
And my other question, because I'm not sure how much time we have, but what areas are good areas that you would suggest being in Grenada? I heard of Fort Judy, and I always hear that Fort Judy.
Well, Fort Judy is more upscale. Fort Judy is more upscale. People that come that want to kind of be away from the locals.
Oh,
they got money. They love putting their children in private schools.
Okay.
They don't want them to go to the public schools with the children. They own their yachts. They got beautiful homes up there. Fort Judy is a nice place to go. Because it got some nice spots up there you want to see, beautiful to drive through. Me personally, I wouldn't want to live up there. But I can tell you the places I've lived that were wonderful. And then I can tell you the places I lived that I would never go back to again. Now, St. David, it's about time. It's 4:40. So we got about 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Now, my very first apartment was St. David. I'm going to tell you why I moved there, because it's the ancestral home of Malcolm X's mother. I learned that through my research. And I said, wow, Malcolm X's mother was born in Grenada. I want to live there, period. And when I lived there, they're one of the only islands, one of the only villages that got natural spring waters. You see this spring water we drink? I'm talking coming from under the ground. You go fill up your bottles and take them home, and you got real spring water, St. David. And they're nice. It's a big village. It's nice. Little hilly, but nice. So that was my first one. That was cool. Then I went down to Manjaloo, which is called Jealous Mountain. Manjaloo, I don't want to live no more. It got really cold up there. It's like on a mountain. Got really cold, and the water wasn't that good. The water would run out of the kitchen sink sometime, and it would be brown. The water would literally be this color.
Wow. Okay.
So you had to buy water. Water was a bill. I don't want to have to buy water. Yeah. If I collect rainwater, which is the best water, that's fine. If I want to buy water, fine, but I don't want to have to buy it like I pay my electric bill. You had to buy water in Manjaloo. I didn't like that. And it was always that way. So I stayed away from there. Then I went to Cathay after there. Cathay, I didn't have a good experience. It sit back too far. Like if something happened to your car, it sit back too far from the bus route. I had a horrible landlord, and it was too much concrete up there. When I say concrete, that must have been what Bob Marley used to sing about when he was singing concrete. That's too much concrete. I want to look out my window and see greens. Like I'm looking out my nephew's window right now. All I see is green trees wrapped around. I like to see green. I moved to the islands. I want to see green, like that pink behind you. I don't want to see no concrete walls. Cathay was too much of that for me. I didn't like it. They had some nice mango trees up there, though.
Mhm.
So after that, I went to Frequente. No, I went to St. Paul. St. Paul was lovely. It's a certain kind of people live in St. Paul, the village of St. Paul. They close knit. You feel safe. St. Paul was a nice one. I loved it. And I probably would have never left if one of my closest friends, she died, and her only daughter lived in London, came here. She said, Natural, I know you love my mother. Would you please live in the house until we decide what we're going to do? And I did it, and I'll do it all over again. So me and her daughter have really built our relationship. She go back and forth London. She just sold the house and just got married. And I made their rings for them. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. So Frequente was nice. Frequente is nice. It's nice and clean. And some people call it kind of upscaley, but it's still rootsy. It's still rootsy. And I love that. So I lived there. And then once I left there, I moved not far up the road to Grand Anse housing scheme. Now I'm in Grand Anse. Now Grand Anse is where the beach is and everything. The housing scheme was nice. But if I hadn't left, I left there because my husband said, let's give our marriage a chance. Move in. And that's how I got to move in up country. He lives up countryside. And I moved in with him before I came to America, came back, and it lasted 1 week. And that's how I got my little tiny house. Now I'm in a village called Mount Moritz, Moritz. Write that one down. Mount Moritz is nice. You would love living in Mount Moritz. Mount Moritz is beautiful. The experience is beautiful. As soon as you tell people you live there, they'd be like, oh, Mount Moritz was once a village. And after this, we're going to be done because I know you got time and I got other things to do, but I'm loving this. Maybe we could do a part 2 if you choose. Mount Moritz is a village where all the Caucasian people tried to go to and keep the locals out. So years ago, after the revolution, they fixed that. So now we're in there.
Good.
And it's beautiful. So you'll see a lot of people up there that look white and clear skin, and you'll be trying to figure out what are they? Spanish, but they want it to be by themselves is what they are. But now we all up in there, and I live in the most beautifulest, if that's a word, little tiny house on the island of Grenada. And that's the truth.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh yeah. I learned so much. And I wrote down the places, the places that I should look into, the places that I should, probably stay away from.
Yeah. I wouldn't do only 2 I wouldn't do is that Manjaloo again. And I wouldn't do the what's that other one? Where I said the landlord is horrible. I can't even think of it. I just said it, but
is it Cafe?
Cafe, yeah. Those they weren't nice, but everywhere else, I even go back and visit my landlords and everything.
Wow.
Yes.
It was such a pleasure speaking with you.
It's 4:46, and I know we both got to go. But Sister Sierra, we are connected for life.
Yes, we are.
If you ever have any other questions, I am here for you. And we have to do this again. We'll do this again sometime down the line. Okay? So you have a wonderful day. Please tell your husband I send my regards. And sister, we'll chat next time.
Absolutely. Thank you. Until next time.
You have a blissful day, sister. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.